welcome. Take your seats. Today, we are here to talk about special resolve games here inside the Hall of the Cult. So what is there to talk about special resolve games today, ladies and gentlemen? Well, special resolve games is at best re-establishing what they do, and at worst, at least for them, shutting down. Today, 12 p.m. Central. Today as in of the recording of Sunday, but you'll be seeing this on Monday, so it'll always be gone. Special Resolve Games is shutting down their store. Now, they do say that they look forward to doing things in the future, that they'll look forward and keep an eye on the newsletter and their social media for the future. So, what does this mean? So, all the products on their store right now, at the point you see this, will no longer be for sale via Special Resolve Games for the time being, at least. Now, why is this happening? So, for those who followed Special Resolve Games or Digital Devolve, because they are owned by Digital Devolve, their branch, Digital Devolve has been putting more and more of their games in retail. Now, the early phase, they weren't doing that, but over time, they were putting more and more of their titles were getting into physical form in retail, along with Special Resolve Games. So, obviously, this started opening up more and more of why the fuck are we buying Special Resolve Games that are hitting the retail, because this is starting to have the whole Streets of Rage 4 vibe with limited one games where you pre-ordered it hit retail, and nobody fucking got their copy unless they went and bought the retail one for a fucking year. And by that time, the game was all the way on sale on retail. It had a much better cover too. But yeah, that situation. I've seen Call of the Lamb for the PS5 for $18 at Walmart for 4 months. And the only reason I got the Special Resolve version is because it was going to have all the DLC, and we already did a video about that. How you're going to have to buy that DLC, and it just has basically one. As far as I understand it, basically will have one of the free updates on it. Other than that, the other shit's pay for. And anything else you have to update your fucking version for. It's just stupid. Stupid and annoying. So, I think what they're doing, and this is just me hypothesizing, I think what they're going to do is they're going to focus more on retail. The next game, which is not going through Special Resolve Games, is Wizard with a Gun. That's hitting retail, and that is pre-orderable right now. I think they're going to focus more on retail for just standard versions, and I think what they're going to do is revamp Special Resolve Games for big box editions with plastic figurines and statues and art books and plushies and things like that. I think that will be the focus. Because, like I said, the way they word the end is that there were still plans to do things with Special Resolve Games. They are not closing shop. At least it's not worded in that sense. Though they are delisting everything on the shop. Now, for the things that aren't sold on the shop, the things they still have in stock that won't retail will probably show up either at Video Games Plus, or they might relist them with the new revamped of whatever the fuck they do with Special Resolve Games. Now, to be fair, this could be just a bunch of fluff to make it not look as bad as it could be, and maybe Special Resolve Games is done. Maybe they are legit closing up shop and just not saying it to make it look bad or anything on the company. Who knows? Until they say more. Now, they said their primary focus right now, get Broforce and Call of the Lamb shipped out. Those are the two last things that haven't been getting shipped. Some people are all getting their Call of the Lamb now. As far as I know, nobody got Broforce. I ordered something. I think it was the Serious Sam game. I think I ordered with Call of the Lamb. I think there was something I ordered with my Call of the Lamb. But either way, yeah, I think this is good overall. I think we need more companies going back into the physical space. We're in a time where there's all this more panic about stores getting rid of physical shit. There's Walmart's talking about getting rid of Xbox One shit, Xbox One Series physicals in their storefront, which I can't really blame them on that. Most Xbox people are going digital. Those are the most digital people out there in our gaming space outside of PC, obviously. And I can't really actually blame Walmart for that. Like, Xbox One shit is just kind of worthless, really. Like, there ain't a lot of people worried about physical shit on that thing, because that thing has multiple issues when it comes to owning your shit. But that's a whole different subject. But of course, that was the whole thing with Best Buy saying they were getting rid of physical media, but then they restated that they were falling to DVDs and Blu-ray. They were not getting rid of video games, which is of course good, but I think it's good to have companies going back into the retail space. And, we've been seeing that. Wit Arts has started their own American branch and put some of their titles in retail, and Limited Ones has such a large thing in retail now. They're on Amazon. They were originally Best Buy exclusive. Then they worked with little mom and pop stores. Now they have a little Amazon front. Video Games Plus. Like, they have so many fucking copies of their games coming out now. They're just flooding all over the place now. So, like, I think it's good. I think it's very good that we're seeing a lot more of this stuff into the physical space. And that companies that are doing things like Force Press Games are getting more punished, and companies like Strictly Limited and let me double check. I always forget the initials of the thing. VGNY Soft are addressing issues with things about production. They canceled 2 games that were in production hell. And Strictly Limited talked about doing a better job at getting stuff way to ship, because they've had a few games that have also been in processing hell. So those are things, like, we like seeing stuff like that versus like Force Plus games that have been quiet, no interactions with people. You literally cannot interact with the tweets. Very annoying. But yeah, and these are good things to see. And, and Strictly Limited's also had several little titles be going retail as well. So, like, I think in the bigger picture, it's good for just those of us who want to play games and shit. Big box collectors and scalpers kind of depends on what they do with special reserve games. But, yeah, that's what I think they're going to do. They're going to exclusively focus on big box stuff. That's what I think they would do. Whether that be successful, I don't know. We'll see. It says keep an eye on the socials and newsletter, so I guess we'll see what they do down the road. But as it is, Special Reserve Games, as we know it at least, is being sent off into the sun. And whether you're happy or not happy about that, is obviously going to vary on you. I mean, personally, I do have my gripes. I wasn't a big fan of when they were, like, releasing, like, Hotline Miami on Switch. Then, like, a half year later, they did it on PS4. And, I would have rather had the PS4 version over the Switch version. And they did that with several titles. And I didn't like that. I literally called them out on that. Could you do them both at the same time, please? Because this comes off as very scummy, as putting me in a, like, well, I really want that version, but I already bought the other version, so I gotta spend more money and either try and sell that or just consider it a fucking loss on my end. That sucks. And then, of course, you had the Gato Roboto thing that had a very slow response. And then recently, the Cult of the Lamb situation, where the DLC is on it, but you still gotta buy it. Lovely. Thank you. Anyway, though, I don't think it'll be bad for us in the end, because there'll be a retail. So, we'll just buy it. If you're interested in the game, you just get a retail. So, I think in the end, we're going to still be good. Because Digital Devolve titles will be getting retail versions still. And whether you want a big box edition of that may vary on that. So we'll have to see what the future holds on that. Anyway, though, those are my thoughts on what's going on with Special Reserve Games currently and that. So let me know what you think. Do you feel like you're going to miss them? Going off in the blue yonder of limited companies? or are you happy? Because I can tell you, the Reddit page about it is just full of people like good wins. So I was kind of like in the middle with them. Like they ain't on the bottom of the barrel with me, but they weren't necessarily on the top either. They were kind of just floating in the middle though. So, but anyway, I think we're seeing a good tournament events going on with limited point stuff right now. Because I feel like, the bubble is starting to, pop on the fear of missing out and shit. There's so many companies, so much shit being pushed out there, and a lot of them have so much shit that's fucking in pre-order processing hell that they're starting to address some of this shit, and I think it's good. Because we've had 2 companies that have been major whip-offs. There's a new company that actually injured the pitcher that who knows whether they're going to be trustworthy or not. But yeah, I think it's good to see more presence in the retail, to show that physical media and gaming is not dead. So I think that's going to be good in the long run. So those are my thoughts, but let me know what you think down in the comments below about the situation. And until next time, be careful of those cults unless they're led by a lamb, because then you're in the wrong cult. Till next time, I'll see you in the proving grounds when I finally get to play this fucking game. Take it easy!